Hey everybody, this is Grace, and in this video I'm going to talk about my views about what's going on with the whole small YouTuber demonetization and all. And I know I've done videos about it before, but I don't think I went to this, mentioned this kind of thing about why is it happening. I think people have different opinions on why it's happening, and who's to say they're wrong or right, because we didn't really get all that much information about why. Although, well, I don't. Let's see. Okay, now what I could see, that I'm not saying this is right, but what I could see makes business sense, but not community sense. Remember, I have a master's degree in sociology. Does not make community sense. Is that the business sense is that they have a problem with their ads being placed on videos that the advertisers don't appreciate. Now, that could be anything that is illegal, like hate videos, or and it also can be videos that are copycats, copies of other people's videos, like TV shows or something like that. It can be anything that you would think of as illegal. Okay, and what they, how it helps them is that by taking away all the small channels, they don't have to have that many employees to watch all these channels, because once we're demonetized, who needs to watch us? Because their ads aren't being placed on our videos, you see? So that's what, I'm guessing 20, 30 million people won't have ads. Maybe not all of them ever had ads, but, I'd say around 20, 30 million. Anyway, it's a lot of content for them to be watching, to have employees, staff to watch. And I have noticed that since they put that up, the amount of people making videos seems to have lowered. At least in my little circle, the ones I had been subscribed to, yeah. Okay, so some, they just, deleted their accounts. I believe a lot of people had just deleted their channels altogether, their accounts altogether. And so if you're seeing, like, you have less subscribers, maybe some of them were the ones that deleted their accounts, Okay, but anyway, I think you can probably see how it would make business sense to them to just demonetize all these millions of small channels, so they don't have enough, they don't have to have staff to watch us every day, watch our videos and all that. And that cuts down on those illegal videos, types of videos. Cuts it down. That doesn't get rid of it, because maybe some of them had actually, gotten past the threshold, the new threshold. And so they're going to still have to have people that are watching, for that. Okay, you got that. And I think you can imagine somebody who sat there, maybe a team crunched the numbers and said, hey, if we get rid of all these, and then this, these are people. But here's why. It doesn't make community sense. I think we all know why. I have no numbers to crunch, so I can't say this is fact. But my observation has always been that the smaller channels are the ones who are also watching the larger ones. Now, I say also because also would mean that there are people who have YouTube channels that don't make videos, and they watch these larger channels, videos from these larger channels. But I have never known too much of when a channel, when a person their channel got big, it's like they stop watching smaller channels. Okay, they might watch a few of those in their own little group. Okay, you get it? At their own little level. So, but the smaller channels, I think I'm a smaller channel. I have more than one. If I had them all together, I'd be at that threshold, I believe. But I'd separated mine out. I've said that before. I separated the topics because the topics are very different, so I had separate channels for it. Shouldn't have done that. But in a way, it was the only way to do it because of the topics. Anyway. I didn't think you'd like to hear the screech of the fire truck that was coming down the road. So where was I? Anyway. But I think you can gather why they demonetize these these smaller channels. And what I'm saying about the smaller channels are usually the ones watching. Now, I don't know how much, if, 20, 30 million or so, they got tired. They try to make it and they don't. They see how impossible. For some of them, it might be impossible. Like they have really small videos. And, a lot of people leave and they don't have the 1,000 subscribers, because a lot of people leave. But aren't they also the ones who are watching these larger channels? Think about it. These smaller YouTube, people from the small YouTube channels. God, get it out, Grace. But they're watching some of the larger channels, not all of them. But you take 20, 30 million views, say even if it's half of that. So let's just say 10 million views a day away. Isn't that causing a bit of a trouble? Like I said, they have the numbers to crunch, so maybe that's not that big of a thing. Okay, now as far as the building community, do I need to even say anything? How is that building a community? Is to take away, basically mistreat a certain part of the population of a community, a large community, to show that they're inferior and mistreat them. I don't think that builds community at all in any kind of, even offline communities. It's known to not build community. Okay, when you treat them worse than the rest. I can't see that it's a community building thing. Sorry. No. And as far as that, let's go back with this stuff. Yeah, you're going to reduce somehow the numbers, for those that are doing one of these illegal things, because whenever they do come up for monetization, and that is part of their purpose, there's, you do have people who are going to watch and see if this is the kind of channel they want to have monetized. Sure. So you'd be able to catch them that way. Okay, but at what cost is this really? Like I said, they have the numbers to crunch, so they must have figured out that a cost is financial only. But how is it building community? I didn't even know that there was such a thing on YouTube. When I first started like 3.5 or so years ago, I didn't know there were communities at all. And I just thought it was music. And mainly music, and a few tutorials like how to speak Spanish. I remember I looked up how to speak Spanish, and what got me to get on YouTube then was I was looking for antiques. If there was any kind of channel that would show how much to charge for certain antiques. How do you judge? Where do you find information? Something like that. And the way that I found out that there was a community was through the smaller communities. Okay, the smaller, not communities, but smaller channels. So, yeah. And I was leading down this one topic, about, okay, they're getting rid of the things that are illegal, but what about family friendly? Or they're reducing the things that are illegal, but what about family friendly videos also? Now, my observation is that the people who are popular, I can't see how you'd see that as family friendly when like every other word out of their mouth is a cuss word. I can't see that as family friendly when they're telling people to steal, or telling people to, steal ideas is what it is often. Or they they're very suggestive. They're very, like the cussing and the suggestiveness. And this is often, who's watching them are children, often teenagers. Yeah. How is that family friendly, community friendly to raise children to, and that's some of this, what it is that the children don't have a parent at home, and they're like, we used to call them latchkey kids years ago. I don't know if they still call them that. But they're watching because they're looking for a parent, and this parent is, that's really what you want your kids to see, you know? Not only, you know, to see grown adults, some my age, you know, some baby boomers, Gen X, just cussing like, you know, I don't like to say that, that's a stereotype, but just cussing so much, and that's good for kids, you know, and that boggles my mind. And the like I said, the message they're sending out all around. Okay, but then you have some of them too. Then you have people who are doing dangerous things. I'm not even going to mention them, but all for views. You know, and you're having kids at home, you know, without any parental guidance, and they think, well, I'm going to try that one. Okay, that's not good. Really, that's not good. You know, the kid eats something crazy and gets really sick. No parent at home. You see, leading down this road. So yeah, you know, if you want to be monitoring, you need to monitor that. What can be dangerous for kids, for anybody to see. You know, and then when you find them, when you see them, and it's known that they did something that is not right, not good for people, not good for community, to, you know, do the same thing to them. Demonetize them. Okay? Seriously. Just instead of just a little slap on the wrist. Anyway, I think that's enough for this video for now. Now that's my opinion. I got more, but I'll do other videos on it eventually. But if you want to comment, go ahead and leave one. What do you think? Anyway, if you want to subscribe to this channel, click the circle. If you want to watch another video on this channel, click one of the rectangles. Like, subscribe, comment, and share if you would. And I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.